Hello and welcome to Magical Maiden's product reviews. Today I have a product that you'll be really happy to see. I'm excited to show you, and we're going to get started in a minute. But before I do, I just want to remind you now, and I want to remind you towards the end of the video to look below this video in the description box for the link to this product from the Pet Suite store on Amazon. So let's get started. So I have it, and I have to unbox it. Whoops. So I'm going to move my microphone, and I took it out of a box, obviously, but for time's sake for the video, and it's going to come in one of these plastic Ziplocs. It's with a manual, and here it is. Okay, and then you open it up, and it's going to tell you things, because this is an expandable backpack pet carrier, and it's very versatile, and I'm going to show you the things that it does. So when you open up the manual, whoops, let me see if I can get this in the shot. Okay, so when you open up the manual, it's going to show you all the different ways and how to unfold it and how to use it. How to use it properly. Okay, so I'm going to put that away. Here it is. Right here. Okay, and it does a lot of different things, and it comes also, don't forget this other part. So it's very expandable and very versatile, and it'll do a lot of things. Now, it does pop out. Like I said, it's expandable. So as you can see, it comes out like this. I'm gonna have to get rid of my background. I had to take the background out because it just wasn't working for to show you these things. So here it is. It's very expandable. Okay, so I'm going to show you how it expands, so you don't just have to use it as a backpack, but it also works as a backpack, and you can put your furry little friend in here, and it is going to have this protective coating so it doesn't scratch up, and it's just a like plastic. So you just pull it off, make sure it's all off, especially the air holes for your pet. I'll go back with that later, but just do that afterwards before you're ready to use it. Those are the air holes for your pet, by the way. So when you first get it, this will be on the other side, and you'll have to figure it out. Do look at the booklet that it comes with that I just showed you. And so here is the expandable part. So now you're going to want to see how it works. So we're going to pop that out. We're going to make sure. Look, it also has this inside, and it'll clip to, like, if your pet has a leash or something, like a harness, and you want to use this part in here, okay, so that when you close it, your pet has a nice soft, and it has zippers. So this does fold, and then you have this handle up here, and if you wanted this part, now this is the expandable. It is closed in that part, but there is a zipper, and I'm going to show you if you wanted this part to be open and more expandable, and then you zip this. There's a lot of zippers, so make sure that you are aware and that you look carefully. So there's a zipper in here. You can put that flap down, and your pet can be here, and then you can close this if they're not going to be, if you're not going to use this as a backpack, okay? But if you are going to use this as a backpack, then we're going to close this up, because here's more zippers. And I'm going to do that. So I'm zipping it up. Like I said, it's very versatile. So if you like to take your pet with you and, you know, for a walk or whatever, but you want to keep them safe so they don't run off. And this will also fit small dogs, by the way. Okay, so I did that, and look, it also has this, and guess what? It's zippered. That's right. It's a little pouch so that your cat or dog can look, and it's mesh, but you can also open this flap. So, I wouldn't recommend you do that outside so they can get plenty of airflow. Look, there's also holes here as well as again over there, because what you don't want is your cat to not have air or your small dog. I'm just going to take this out for a moment because I'm going to show you the other side before I close this up. And then I'm going to tell you a little bit about this. This is great. My cats are going to love this. So you have another one, but this is like a little pocket. And again, it's still mesh. This one doesn't open up, but you go like that. It's a little pocket, and then there's another little window that's mesh screening. Okay. So if you want to put anything in there that your pet needs, So I'm going to make sure it's fully zipped up now. So isn't that great? I mean, there's so many different ways to fold this. It's not hard. But like I said, it does have the manual to show you. And of course, online on the site on Amazon where you would purchase it. So now I'm going to zip this part up. And a little later, I'm going to stick either some pictures or video, depending on if I can get my cats used to it. What I would recommend that if you don't want your pets, if they're a little skittish getting into certain things, leave it out where they are most frequent, and they'll smell it and get their scent on it, and then they won't be so skittish of it and afraid, and they'll get into it. It depends on your pet. Okay, so now look. So this is in the closed position without the expandable, okay? And here is the back part. So now for the backpack, if you're familiar with backpacks, there's many different ways to do this to keep this all sturdy and clips. So obviously this is going to be for your arm. Okay, so now that you got the bottom part, and I'm going to give you a better look. Right now I'm showing it to you like this, but you want to put this through, and adjust it, and then pull it through again. I don't want to waste too much time doing that because you pretty much get the picture of how a backpack, goes. All right, so I put it through the loop and then again, and then you can adjust it, how tight. And if you don't like it that way, then you pull it again, you pull it up and down. And so I'm going to do the other one. Feeling this and using it, it is a very good quality. It's thick, sturdy, and durable. And you want something like that when you're taking your pet with you. I want to move my microphone. You want something like that. So I have to say the quality is very good, and it's very nice material. It seems to me of great quality and very durable. And that's something you want when you have your pets inside, whether it be a small dog or your cats, because we all know how feisty they can get when some of them can get feisty. Some love going in. Some don't like being carried because they're usually going to the vet. They don't like that. But it is it's very easy to do this. And then you put it in that part and you just pull it through, and there you go. And like I said, they're adjustable, and then you also have these little hooks. So then you would just wear it as a backpack. So here's another look. That's the backpack. Okay, here's the front. I have that piece in there, and there's like that little leash hook up inside here. It zips up. All the air holes, the pockets, the window, and this is a window, and I'm going to unzip it for you just so you can see. Look, say if you don't want to take your pet out, but you want to give them a quick pet or give them a little treat or drink of water, and you could do that without them getting out, being very careful about it. But that's that. And like I said, it's expandable. So I'm going to give you a better look at it. But before I give you a better look at it and see if my cats will adjust and hop in there, I know I can get my one, but he's taking a nap. So I will, like I said, stick some pictures in. And this, the inner parts goes in very nicely. And there's a lot of room. See, I don't know if you're getting that, but there's a lot of room in there. And that's why I say it's good for a small dog or a cat. But then when you pop out the back and unzip this part and it pops out, that's nice. So say you want to take your cat camping or your small dog, but you want to hike with them and you want to bring them along. Well, there's plenty of air holes. They get to watch. And then when you get back, it's expandable and they can sleep in there and you can keep them safe. Or if you're just going for a walk or whatever you're doing, but you have no one to watch your pet. This is a good travel, goes well in your car, camper, walking, backpack, everything. So I totally would recommend this. I'm very impressed by it and the quality I'm impressed by, okay? So you would clean it, any way you would clean anything. This is like a plastic and you can clean that. So I'm just going to read a little bit about it to you. Then I'm going to stick some pictures in here or videos if I can get my cats going on in here. So I wanted to show you that. I'm going to put it aside. So I'm going to put it aside. And an array of different colors. Now the black one doesn't have the pop out. It's just a backpack. So there's that. But it comes in, let's see, pink, hunter type green, and the gray, which I'm showing you. It comes in a purple and a nice red. So you got pink, green, it's dark green, gray, purple, and red. And the black, it comes in, but it's not expandable. All right. And they all have all the features that I just showed you right on the thing. Now, for this, the suggested pet's weight for this is about 20 pounds. I mean, you could probably just go a little bit higher, but I wouldn't. I mean, especially if you're going to carry it around. So it's good for, like I said, a small dog and a cat that doesn't exceed too high in the scale of 20 pounds. Okay, so this store on Amazon will be Pet Sweet. And it's a cat backpack carrier. It's expandable. It has the bubble window, all the nice air holes for great air to get in. It's great for hiking, outdoor use, or whether you're camping and you want to take your furry little friend along, well, then that's perfect. It's got a spacious design and a panoramic view. It's got the pet backpack measures 6.5 by 13 and 10 by 6 in folded and supports pets up to, like I said, 20 pounds. And the front, of course, is a transparent bubble window that allows your furry friend to observe the surroundings. And, it's great. They don't get bored. They can see things and they can breathe very well. You're getting a lot of air. And like I said, it's expandable. So you got more space. And the back of the backpack can expand to 6.5, 13, 23.6, and increase space by approximately 70%. So your pet can stretch, relax, and enjoy and be comfortable. So there's, of course, they have safety first and it's comfortable interior. They have built-in snaps and hooks. So your pet's harness, you can, harness your pet to prevent accidental escapes, like I showed you inside the bubble. They have that one area and you can clip to your harness. I would recommend for cats you do not use a collar that they hook to, but rather a harness. It's better. They don't get choked. It's more comfortable. And it's better and more efficient to have a harness on your pet because they're less likely to pull it over their head and escape. And so they have all these hooks for that. And the bottom features a removable dual-sided soft cushion to keep your pet cozy. Now, I showed you that. It's removable, so you could put it in the bubble area or in the back. So it's lightweight and breathable. And I showed you that. Very lightweight. Now, when you add your pet in there, of course, for the backpack, it's going to get a little weighty, but not too much. So it's made with scratch-resistant material. It's lightweight and scratch-proof, wear-resistant, and it has multiple ventilation holes and mesh panels to ensure optimal airflow, keeping your pet cool and comfortable throughout wherever you go. And it has thick padded shoulder straps with adjustable buckles like I showed you, and it distributes the weight evenly, so it reduces the strain if you're going for long walks or hikes with your pet. And the exterior side pocket, like I showed you, you could store snacks, a little thing of water, toys, just to keep within easy reach for your pet. And so that is what I wanted to read a little bit about to you for that. So it's the Pet Sweet Store on Amazon. Okay, so it's the Pet Sweet Store on Amazon, and I hope you check it out. And again, very nice, great quality, and like I said, this is very cushiony. I'm going to show you the back again. Very cushiony, and it does have the hooks. So wherever you're going, if you need to hook something here, and then you have that handle, and then you also have the hook leash within here that I showed you about. So, and all the air holes here, and the mesh little window, and the pocket, and the mesh unzipped window, and the pockets on this side. So, and that's the bottom, and it's got these two rubber grips. All in all, I would definitely recommend this expandable backpack pet carrier for anyone that's looking for a nice, versatile, good quality, affordable pet carrier that, it does many things. Like I said, it expands, or you can have your little furry friend on for a walk or a hike, and I think that's a good idea. And if you had any concerns about putting your pet in one of these, I know I used to till I saw this. I was like, I don't know, is that going to be comfortable? They're going to get it enough air? But seeing this, it's very soft inside. It looks very comfortable, and there's definitely enough airflow all the way around, including on the sides. So your pet's not going to get all hot or anything like that. They're going to have plenty of air to breathe, and they are going to be comfortable. And then later you can always expand it. If you're going to the vet, you don't want to have it this way, or you're going for a long drive, you can pop it out. And it's good like that. And like I said, it's very good quality, very durable. So go check out the link below this video in the description box. Go check it out, pick a color, and get yourself one. So thanks for watching. Bye.